Well, the problem is that this has happened before. Um, so, for example, last year a teacher in West Yorkshire showed a photograph or a cartoon of the Prophet Muhammad to a classroom of children, and he was pounded out of his job. He's now living under police protection. I don't think he can go back into teaching now. And nobody was brave enough to just say to these people, you can't come round here and impose your views on us. Um, no one was brave enough to stand up to them. And so what happens is once they get away with it, they'll keep doing it. And we've seen that since the Rushdie affair. We've seen that with the murder of the Charlie Hebdo journalists. And there's so many countless examples. And as I pointed out in my piece, they do it because they know they can get away with it. And they do.
Iram, I was born probably about 3 miles from where that copy of the Satanic Verses by Salman Rushdie was ignited on the end of a pole outside Bradford Town Hall. Was it 1989? And that was the moment. That was the moment for the British state to say, actually, guys, that's not how it is. We don't burn books here. You don't tell us what can be published or broadcast. We all have to submit to these values, but that opportunity was missed.
Exactly. As I've written in my piece, Shirley Williams on Question Time in 2007 said that it was shameful that Salman Rushdie received a knighthood, and it was a waste of taxpayers' money for him to get police protection. And her views were described as contemptible, and they were. So you're right. This has happened before, and it will keep happening. Incidentally, I went to watch the movie just to see what the fuss was all about. Purely because everyone kept saying it was controversial, it just made me want to watch it even more. And I did speak to a couple of people who went to watch it as well, and there were a few Muslims there. And they said the same thing. They said, we are here because we've just heard how controversial it is, and we just wanted to see for ourselves what the big fuss was all about. And so one gentleman was from a Shia background, so he was more sympathetic towards the narrative of the movie. The movie is written and produced by Shia Muslims.
Yeah.
Which is why I find it hilarious when people have been describing this film as Islamophobic. It's produced by Muslims, but anyway,
it's about the early schism between Shia and Sunni, isn't it? I mean, that's what it's about, yeah.
It's supposed to actually be about the Prophet Muhammad's daughter Fatima. You know, she's seen as a great role model for Muslim women, and you know, many women are still called Fatima even now. So it's supposed to be about her and her bravery. But actually, without giving too many spoilers away, the movie didn't focus enough on her, I thought. But as you just mentioned, yes, the movie is about the early schism in Islam when Sunnis divided into Shias. So you had one side who believed that one person should succeed the Prophet Muhammad, and the other group believed it should be somebody else. It should be Ali, the Prophet's son-in-law.
Iram, could I submit to you that in a multicultural country like this, we could all do with learning a bit more about each other's religions, which you can't do if you can't see the film. Iram Ramzan, we really appreciate your time, and thanks for that piece today. Thanks for coming on and talking about it.